Hello and welcome to our third edition of Society Shorts. I'm Christopher and this is Paula.
Hi.
Today we're going to be talking about the history of cabaret, or at least a brief history.
The first true cabaret happened in France, and it was the Black Cat,
Chat Noir.
Thank you.
You're
Perfect.
welcome. Yeah.
There was an opportunity for artists to show their work, new work. Anybody could sing, a piano and a singer.
Yeah.
Or you could be an artist and paint, or you could be a poet and recite your poetry, and you could get feedback from the other artists. And then following that, it spread across Europe and into Germany, and we're very familiar with the kind of idea of a German cabaret, probably because of Bob Fosse's Cabaret.
Oh, of course.
The musical.
Right. And I also think that it showed the idea of art standing up against society. I mean, I think that was the first, especially in Germany, as World War I was coming around, is that they were speaking out against censorship and being forced into this way of life that wasn't what they were used to or felt was right.
But before that, there was a surgence of cabaret in the United States.
Right.
Different.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was very heavily jazz influenced in the United States in the early 1900s, which is, you know, not that there's not a lot of jazz in cabaret today, but I mean, it was a specific form of music at that time.
Right. They started calling them nightclubs, so that's interesting too. That's where the kind of term of nightclub is coming from. And they also said there was a lot of dancing. Vernon and Irene Castle, the dancers, did the cakewalk and all these other wonderful things. They added a dance floor to these clubs, so you see that in all of our old black and white movies too.
Right. So, with Prohibition, basically, it kind of drove the cabarets underground into speakeasies, which basically the mobsters took hold of to, you know, fill their pockets with lots of money, because that's what people do. But it kept the art alive, which was, you know, I guess good in that respect.
And the one thing that happened with it is because artists were in there performing, young artists would have a following, and then a producer or somebody doing a show would see these people perform in that kind of situation, and then they would hire them. Ruby Keeler used to dance at a cabaret, do that. And also, that's where Helen Morgan began to be seen. She liked to perform by sitting on top of the piano. So she would sit on top of the piano and sing her songs. And what happened was she was actually hired by Florenz Ziegfeld to be in what we consider to be the first true musical, Showboat. And she played Julie in it and sang a song named Bill. And because the audience that went to the Ziegfeld Follies at the time, they would still want to expect to see her in the same idea as what they see her singing as. They actually directed her to go and sit on top of the piano and sing this song called Bill that she sings in the show. And actually, if you watch Showboat to this day in 2018, most of the time the character that plays Julie sings Bill sitting on top of a piano. But it was truly Helen Morgan's thing.
That's fascinating, because of course the people wanted to see her the way that they knew her.
Right. Came to the show.
That's crazy.
Right. Well.
So there is actually a very rich history of cabaret, and we can go on, and we'd really like to, but this is Society Shorts. So I say we pick it up next time in our next episode.
You got it.
So keep a song in your heart, but share it with the world.
I was gonna say,
remember what
kicking your hip. No.